What a thrilling way to start the season. Rack and her family have been the target of several attacks, and Power Book 3, Raising Kanan Season 3 Episode 1, thrusts us straight into the aftermath, forcing Rack to make a choice that will have dire repercussions for both herself and her loved ones. For characters, especially Rack and Kanan, who will need to decide what their futures hold. It's an eerie and visually striking hour filled with poignant moments. Rack and Kanan enter Power Book 3, Raising Kanan Season 3 more divided than ever, their mother and son bond at best shattered. Reporters had the good fortune to speak with Patina Miller and Mekai Curtis in separate Zooms about their respective roles, as well as other issues. As this season of Raising Kanan gets underway, Rack will have a lot on her plate at the start of the season, which will leave her feeling a little out of sorts mentally. When we inquired about Rack's mental space, Miller said, "I think she's all over the place. I believe she is experiencing some kind of mental health issue. What that entails, and how she almost died right away. She is also adjusting to the reality that Kanan now perceives her as she truly is. She's handling a lot of various issues in various ways. She is required to tidy up the mess. It seems like she knows the solution to everything she did in the first 2 seasons and beyond. She's also had this epiphany, deciding that perhaps she ought to give it up. Her focus has always been on the prize of holding power. So when you see her, you're witnessing her venture into uncharted terrain. By deciding to leave the company, she's moving away and saying, I don't want that anymore. While you watch, I'd want to give something else a go. For someone who has spent her entire life in this world, it is also an intriguing thing. She only needs to decide that I'm going to give it all up, and that I need to mend my connection with my kid, who has become disinterested in me. So she is not in a good place when we meet her at all. As far as Kanan is concerned, Curtis informed us that he's mentally trying to put the pieces together. At this point, I believe he's come to terms with the state of the world. Now that he's getting to the realization that letting someone else put everything together for you puts you in a position where you have to trust people, his mother included, as is only natural, trusting them to tell you anything. And then now that he's seeing it as it is, he's having to rearrange the puzzle and make it make sense. And again, deal with the hand that he's been dealt. Kanan finds himself in a strange situation, as his perception of his mother keeps shifting, due to the extreme tension in their relationship. Curtis said to us that Kanan's current perspective on his mother is that I think he understands that's his mother, but he also understands that his mother is a human, and she's doing things more so in her best interest right now. She is misrepresenting her actions as protective measures and doing specific things for him, but she is actually doing more damage and suffering to him than she realizes. Although he's still attempting to protect himself, he's reached a point where he recognizes the world for what it is, and wants to leave his imprint on it in his own unique manner, rather than just accepting things as they are, or what other people believe is best for him. He may have told him a few times, when you're ready, I'm here according to my memory. This is odd stuff for all of us, so I'm trying to preserve that space for you and let you work it out. However, I believe that's how Kanan and Howard's relationship is beginning to take shape. The surprising development of Rack and Unique as possible allies and perhaps more was one fascinating dynamic that took many by surprise. Rack also want to keep the connection private. I don't believe she has any ulterior intentions with Unique, Miller clarified. He appears to have entered her life at a point when everything about it is changed from how it was before. It seems like she's just accepting the situation at hand. I believe that she is a meticulous planner. She has consistently. I believe she's trying to figure it out in real time because she's extremely goal-oriented and always makes decisions that she knows she makes. He's here too, and she can be genuine with him in a way that she can't be honest with anybody else. Both she and he are aware of each other's experiences. That's where they are because they have this thing in common. She probably doesn't know what to anticipate from this. It's just that he's giving her comfort that she can't get anyplace else. The closest person in her life, her younger brother, is no longer in her life. Additionally, Kanan has no desire to interact with her, and she's still working on mending her bond with Marvin. She's keeping everything private and distinct in her own endeavor, so she's simply feeling at the moment rather than. Despite a great start to the season, Rack and Kanan still have a lot of work ahead of them. I think what I love about Rack in Season 3 is, I think she is on edge, right? Miller revealed to us. She's attempting to solve it for the first time. It's not quite resolved in a sense. Neither she nor anybody else has any intentions. You're witnessing a woman attempting to remain still, She's just trying to be. See her as an ordinary person, live the white picket fence life, and accomplish all of the goals she claimed to be pursuing. You're seeing her struggle with it. The change in direction. She has since left the company. She desires no involvement with it. Her path is straightforward and unambiguous. Thus, you witness her as a businesswoman who attempts to change her focus from the drug trade to maybe something else, while simultaneously making every effort to win back her kid. As for Curtis, he clarified, it's a tough season. It is filthy. It represents a further development of Kanan into Kanan. He learns a great deal of facts, and once again, they simply profoundly influence how he sees the world now, and what he plans to do there. Like most of the seasons, this one is all about the evil side of him emerging to the surface. However, he clearly makes a lot of effort to stand apart from simply giving people the benefit of the doubt.